All right, y'all. So let's work on some more letter A's. I'm gonna still start with them three lines: one at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom. I think they call this ascending, baseline, and descending. This is gonna be like the middle line. So the capital letter go right above that. They're gonna come up at least until that. Sometimes the capital drop underneath the descending line, just like that. Like I say, practice them circles. Practice them circles. Know if you got another circle here, all that eventually kind of connects. You know, so practice all those movements. Come down. I say sometimes it can stop right there on the line. You want the flow, drop a little underneath. And when you drop underneath, you can always swerve it back around. Any little swirls you want to do with it. Now for the middle part of the A, I would say you could just make a little swirl come across. Trying to keep it lined up with that middle. You gotta come all the way to the top. And just give you an idea about it. See this ascending, this the top. You can also add a swirl, keep it lined up with that top line. Boom. And that's the like simple steps. So I'll say step one right there. Swipe down, quick circle. Step two, come down, quick circle. Step three, and you pretty much got your A right there. But you could just come this way, boom. Add that extra little piece. So now we about to go in there with our dart. Put the marker. So step one, come down. Let that work its way over. Boom.
Botrix,
Step two.
welcome to my channel. Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
Boom. I can stop it right there, or I can just bring it all the way around. I say that's not needed, but if you want to, boom. Just for some extra decoration, you know, some extra little floral up. And step three. And you can always go step four. Sometimes step four not even needed. So it's up to you. Once you really learn how to do your letters, it's up to you if you really want to do step four. But you know, I think it adds to it. Definitely give it that capital letter feel. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And like I said, practice them circles. Practice them circles. Just like how I got that circle right there, so I can easily come back and put another circle right on the outside. Now, if I wanted to, I could have connected this line, made a heart shape, and then made my A. So it's different steps. Like I said, step one, boom. Step two, well, I know you can do step two right there. Step three, step four. And it's that simple, y'all. I want y'all to keep practicing that, keep practicing. Don't stop, keep practicing. Like, in order to get this motion right here, it's kind of like a S, but it comes almost straight down. And then it wrap over. So I say practice this kind of stuff, like these circles. Slanted line, come down, slant line. It's like not even a half a S. It's like a little bit. So practice the motion, or you could just practice the straight line. I just feel that curve plays a big part in it. So you can just practice the motions. This is where the straight line come down at. You can use a straight line. But as you come to that bottom, make sure you curve it. And I say you can use circles for that. I say practice these motions, these circles. You want to practice that. Also, boom, curve this up. And the reason why I say practice circles, you notice as I'm curving, anything I'm curving, it's pretty much going to turn into a circle. Like right there, the curve over here turn into a circle. Swing this back, pretty much a circle. So if you practice the motions constantly, you'll get the flow of it real easy. So let's follow the flow. Go down, follow that circle, but we're not going to go all the way down. Half a circle right there, come back. Half circle. Make this line, half circle, don't close it. Break this down, half circle. And like I said, it ain't always a circle. It could be an oval, like this little oval right here. Because if I want to swing it this way, I'll make an oval instead of a full circle. So let's try that again, real quick. We're gonna make ovals this time. Come down. Regular small ovals. So that's more of an oval shape. Appreciate the sub, appreciate the subs. That's more of an oval shape. So see if I wanted to just follow them ovals. Boom. And now, follow them ovals. You still got your A. This one definitely breathing a lot more, as you see. But stretch that line out, whatever you need to do. Like I say, practice the oval shapes, the lines, anything like that. That definitely gonna help y'all out. So y'all definitely know how y'all. Let me know how y'all did while practicing the letter A. I try to number them off, which it all about what makes sense to you. But step 1, around. Step 2, computer. Step 3, and step 4. Let me know what makes sense to y'all. All right, y'all. So while using the letter A, I'm about to make a name. Like I said, the same 3 lines. Same 3 lines. We're gonna start with that A. Step 1, go up to that middle line. Step 2, stay underneath that descending line. Step 3, stay in the middle. Step 4. Now mind you, draw light. Like I always say, draw light. You want to map it out first. So this middle line is our lowercase letters. So I'm trying to think of a word. Let's say a layer. This is the lowercase a. You're gonna stay underneath that bottom part. Everything I need that's gonna be lowercase. But the only thing that will trick you is like the letter L, H, all of them is just as big as the capital. And you about to see right now, AA, just the L right here. See how the L come all the way up? And just drops back down to that middle. Boom. AA, then you got an I, but that I is still gonna stay underneath. Underneath that because it's still lowercase. L's and H's and things like that, it's still gonna be just as big as that capital. Y is gonna come down. You kind of balance it out with that. You call this like, I guess, a descending line, or this the baseline. Either or. I'm not too familiar with the lines, but I was studying the calligraphy. That's kind of how I started naming the lines. Then we can kind of keep it on that line. Boop. Swerve it around. Y-A. And that's why I say practice them circles too. You see how I'm doing that? I want to kind of have that edge close, almost like exact, as you printed that. Which I know none of mine really not exact just yet, but you still want it to flow. Create that same movement and cut back up. Now here go to H, same height as these. And H come up. Boom. Come down. And you see I cut this way early up here. You can also just bring it all the way back down to that middle line, like how I did that one. Let's show you it could be done multiple ways. There's not one way to actually draw the letters. Let's show you, see all our lowercase at that bottom versus the capitals. So now, since I got our basics, about to go with the marker. This step 1, right there. We're gonna do the basics first. So step 1, step 2. I want to curve that. You curve, but you don't always have to curve that. And step 3, remember I said step 3 is when we make this third line. But this time I'm gonna connect with this part. So bring it up, make shape of a heart. We're gonna make that step 3. Step 4. So we got our A. The rest lowercase. So just follow your stencil. Follow what you already drew there. Practice. Oh, I say practice them shapes. Practice them shapes. It become like secondhand nature. So I'm trying to practice some of that calligraphy for that dark letters. Then it's the font, Gothic font. Then they got one called Dark Letter. But keep practicing. Like I said, we want that A to kind of look real similar to the first A. It ain't gonna always look exactly perfect, but you want to try to get as perfect as possible. Let's see if you want to keep that in the middle. That up. I don't know if you all can see the difference between the thick and the thin. Like these thick come down normally be a little thinner, but with the marker, you probably can't really tell the difference, but tattooing it, I definitely try to show that difference. Like this thicker, but it's gonna come up thin. Everything that's kind of coming up is pretty much a lot thinner. And if you want to, you can always start like freestyling once you get the hang of it. All these different swirls, stuff like that. That's why I say practice them shapes first. When you practice them shapes and you get the flow of it, you can always just, okay, boom, let's say we want to add a swirl up there. You can start freestyling with it. As long as them swirls start to flow together, and you see, as long as these also lined up. Yeah, they lined up. That's what them lines that help you out for. When I first started drawing names and stuff like that, I ain't even know about the 3 lines. It was an artist that in the tattoo shop that I worked with, they were showing me the 3 lines. I'm like, okay, yeah, that make it a lot easier. And that just show you working around other people definitely could teach you something that'll definitely help you in the long run. You don't gotta be a whole lot. Like you said, you don't really need the mentor if you don't have one. Small little things like this that you can learn online these days will go a long way. So I can't stress it enough. Practice, and definitely you can check out that next video. I'll be showing some more lettering if you need to learn that lettering. When I started out, these was the shapes. I was always practicing circles. You don't always have to be the same size circles. Small circles, whether it's a bigger circle. You can also look at it like the yin yang. A circle and a circle, which make that S. So practice that. That's how the yin yang symbol is. You practice that S in the middle of a circle. It basically give you that yin yang circle. The circle. So practice them shapes. Also, that the S is already in here. You could use that, or you could just start practicing the S. Now the S is not as easy as them circles. It's a lot easier to get in the flow of making them circles. But you see, I'm moving fast also, so you can just take your time and try to stay on line moving slow. But I feel moving fast just give you like kind of muscle memory in your wrist where it will definitely help you when sketching your names out to get it to flow a lot better. If I was to draw a name in a slow pace, I don't feel I would get that same flow with it. So just practice these shapes. And I think I definitely got a video, so y'all click on that video right here. I got a video on doing this exact shapes, so y'all can study that. The straight line is definitely the easiest. You see how easy I'm staying on this straight line versus all the rest is definitely don't stay on it like that. And you ain't gotta just practice your straight line one way, because when tattooing, you're gonna have to angle your hand, your needle different ways. So practice this line all kind of ways. Even when you have to turn, you can't turn the body too much. You can turn it a little bit, but sometimes you're just gonna have to come to the side and try to get that straight line. Or sometimes you can practice it like this, trying to pull that straight line. Definitely different ways to do it. So try different ways, you know. Practice make perfect. Well, I ain't gonna say perfect. Practice make progress. Because the more you practice, the easier it's gonna get. But it's still gonna take that effort you gotta put in to kind of get it to that point. But that's definitely what made my names a lot better. These circles, little S, things like that. Y'all keep practicing those little things. And then once you practice this, got the flow, just start drawing different names up. You can keep drawing the letter A, and I guarantee you it's still gonna help with that muscle memory. You're gonna remember it straight out your head.